performance under their belts. Now they've got to do it all again, Jim.
Yeah, it's hard not to see it that way after such a convincing first crack at it. This team ought to lose confidence and be able to recreate the authority and control. They've said all the right things in the build-up. Now they've got to go out and practice what they preach. Sometimes that can backfire.
So off we go then. Okay. The normal. Martin gets across to intercept that. And it's Lopez. Lookman. Griezmann. Okay. Llorente done delicately. Araujo. Bernal. Araujo. Bernal. João Cancelo. That's really well manoeuvred. Fermin. Great ball if he can get there. And he shoots! Oh, it's come loose. Cross from Cancelo. Firmly met. Now it's Alvarez. Lookman. Oh, he's found support out wide. Lookman. Alvarez. Oh, it's played into the area. Rafinha. Martin. And it's Lopez. João Cancelo. Rafinha. João Cancelo. Can he latch on to this? There's the shot! No, not this time.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Koundé. Yamal. Lopez. Molina, gently done. Lookman. Koke. The normal. Koke. Aim forwards. Oh, Red, nice interception. We expected better, and so did he. So, what can they make of this? Now it's Lewandowski. Tries a deft little ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Into the channel. Rafinha. Rafinha proves just a little bit too strong. So who's he picking out? And it's Cancelo. Bernal. Real chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Pedri plays it short. Cross goes in there. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Koke. Llorente. Molina. Simeone. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Martin moved on forwards. Rafinha, and it's lofted through here. Barcelona have a free kick. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Yamal. Bernal. Pedri. Fermin. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Keeper has taken decisive action. Yamal. Barcelona with another corner. They've played it short. And it's Koundé. João Cancelo. He is just caressing the ball. Pedri. Fermin! Out to the right. Barcelona playing high up the pitch here, very much taking a front foot approach. Molina. Yamal. Barcelona.
Well, we're seeing a better spell of passing here, Peter, so we're getting some short, crisp passing and much more purpose behind it.
And they're keeping the ball.
Well, in some way, that qualifies as good defence too, doesn't it?
And here's Griezmann. It's Griezmann!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
It's a nicely shaped ball. Cleared away. That's been won straight back. Pedri. Rafinha spread out to the left. Chance to play it in. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! That is simply top draw, beautifully served up and deliciously finished.
It's a really, really good goal, and not just the way he finished it. He had to read the whole situation as it developed.
Barcelona, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. Lookman. Great work on the overlap. Tries to get it clear. Have it back and can go again. Koke. Simeone. Llorente. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Yamal. Lovely feet. And it's Bernal. And here's Lewandowski. Lookman. And the counter is on. Griezmann. Short changes him with that pass. Bernal. Pedri. Bernal. Martin, forwards and with intent. That's a little off target. Simeone. Araujo is there and he can get that clear. Koundé. Araujo. Bernal. Martin. Rafinha. And it's Lopez. And here's Lewandowski. Rafinha. There's no flag. No way through, so back it comes. That's going to go a long way. And claimed it back swiftly. Simeone shifted upfield. Bernal. Some resolute defending there. Barcelona could counter here. Yamal. Koundé. Bernal. Out to the left it goes. And here's Lopez. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Lookman. Koke. Moved on forwards. Bernal. Araujo. Bernal. And it's played forward. And he cuts out the supply. That's really well manoeuvred. Lookman goes pulsing down that left-hand side. Koke caresses it through. Martin tries to clear.
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
João Cancelo. Yamal. And here's Lewandowski. Pedri with the short one. And he decides to cross it. Lenormand attempts a clearance. And it's Pedri. Shapes to shoot!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Calmly anticipates. Koke. Well, this is a fascinating tie. Tight, exciting, energetic. Koundé. Pedri. Araujo. Bernal. Over to the left. Rafinha is onto it in a flash. Lewandowski. João Cancelo. Nice control. The ball goes in. Tries to get it clear. And the shot's on here. Oh, this is a great position. Cleared without complication. Oh, what a ball! And he's had a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Martin, aim forwards. Alvarez. Bernal. Pedri. João Cancelo. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Koke. And it's Griezmann. Griezmann laid out to the left flank. And here's Griezmann. Koke. Oh, it's Koke. Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Lenormand. Llorente. Lenormand, gently done. What a throw in. Lobbed in behind. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Rafinha. Fermin. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Bernal. Well, here is the raid we were told to expect. Oh, nice touch. Bernal. And it's Pedri. Played out wide. And here's Rafinha. Extravagant effort! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. It wasn't too far off either.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedri. Bernal. And here's Lewandowski. He's shifting through the gears here. Lookman. Simeone. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fermin. João Cancelo. Rafinha. Fermin. Pedri. Fermin. Yamal. Chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Cancelo. Pedri. And here's Yamal. Bernal. Pedri. Deflected behind for a corner kick. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Clearly not happy with that. Bernal. Fermin. Cuts out the pass. Llorente, he's the guilty party there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now.
A fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Simeone. Koke. Lookman. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And it's been taken short. Lookman. And here's Griezmann. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that has been cleared. Pedri. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Molina. Alex Simeone. Gone for a throw-in. Bernal. Koundé. Pedri. Koundé. Yamal. And it's Lopez. Bernal. Alvarez. Koke forwards and with intent. And here's Alvarez. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's really well manoeuvred. And now the breakaway. Takes a shot! Split-second reaction.
Griezmann is offering a wry smile there.
Griezmann goes short. That has been cut short. Araujo clears it away. towards the flank. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Lewandowski tries a shot! And that wasn't far away.
Lewandowski, oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Donal. Aim forwards. Moved on forwards. Great run on the overlap here. And he's got his cross in. Oh, the clearance is short. João Cancelo. Pedri, Rafinha, João Cancelo, Pedri. Now that's well seen too. Molina, well timed, excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Here it is, crossed in. That's the keeper's ball. Pedri. Rafinha. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Yamal. Donal. Played back in. Now it's Rafinha. It's crossed into the middle. Molina. Llorente. Molina. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Well, it's become an exercise in preservation, Peter. I think it's been a much more even affair, and there's no need for them to take any unnecessary risks. They look happy to frustrate and contain and just wait for a chance now.
Well, it's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And the game has already resumed here. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Rafinha. Vermi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Rafinha! Cleared away. Lenormand gets it away. And it's Lewandowski! Lookman. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And it's played forward. Simeone, now he's off and running. Picks it up out wide. And it's Llorente. And here's Alvarez! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
That's just literally playing into his hands.
Pedri. Araujo. Martin, forwards and with intent. Now it's Rafinha. He has a look. Vermin! Goal! Barcelona! The second half sparked straight into life.
Barcelona, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Lookman. And here's Alvarez. Time to deliver. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he is going into that little black book. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Up he goes! And he's found the net!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
One perfect ball, one perfect header.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement detail. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
That's really well manoeuvred. Rafinha is sporting a guilty look after that.
Oh, he made it.
Shot, surely! Bernal. Koundé, Yamal, Koundé, Pedri, Martin, oh, good-looking ball. Lenormand. Lenormand shifted upfield. Martin did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Lenormand moved on forwards. Thinks one through. Bernal. Pedri. Simeone. And here's Alvarez. Danger averted for now. Fermin. And it's Pedri. Rafinha. Alvarez. And reclaimed it in a trice. Lookman played out towards the right wing. Simeone. Can he deliver? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Llorente. Oh, good spread. João Cancelo, aim forwards. Played out to the right. Pedri do have a chance to counter here. Rafinha. Pedri. Fermin. And it's Griezmann. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's played forward. And he cuts out the supply. Lewandowski. And it's been played through. Chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Le normal. Lookman. And here's Griezmann. Koke forwards and with intent. And he's straight offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Pedri. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. That's really well manoeuvred. And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Griezmann actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Partially clear. And it's Llorente. Simeone, that's a delicate pass. And the ball is out of play. Koundé, gently done. Araujo. Bernal. Araujo with the clearance. Koke. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that is as far as they're going to go. Llorente. And here's Griezmann. Llorente. Searching pass he's played there. Bernal attempts a clearance. Simeone. He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Alvarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Griezmann plays it short. Simeone. Molina puts them all in. Fermin. And the counter is on now then. And it's Lopez. Bernal. Fermin. Bernal. Koundé. And here's Lopez. Pedri. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Fermin. Nice interception, well timed. Pedri. And here's Lewandowski. Rafinha. Pedri. João Cancelo. Crosses it in. Header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Moved on forwards.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Llorente. Martin tries to clear. Ooh, delicate chip through. Well, that's well seen too. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Lookman. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That'll be a throw. Lookman. Koundé gets it away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's in here! Rafinha, oh, good spread. Lopez. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Well,
It was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Succumbs to the pressure. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Over to the left. Fermi. Rafinha. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, smashing header! Well, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. And it's Lopez. And here's Lewandowski.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Alvarez. Chance to shoot. Mighty effort! There's a goal! And the scale tips in their favour. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Martin. Araujo. Bernal. Martin. That's really well manoeuvred. Out to the left it goes. He is through here. To Lopez. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Now it's Alvarez. Chance here to counter. Koke. And it's played forward. Martin wins the duel this time. Fermin. João Cancelo. Rafinha. Can he latch on to this? There's the header! That's another chance! It's in! We're back where we started. It's level on aggregate. Musso, some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
This is quite a battle.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Molina. Now it's Simeone. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Lenormand has got himself a free kick. Koundé, Yamal, just about up to 75 minutes. Lenormand getting this one clear. Aim forwards. Griezmann is onto it in a flash. Pedri. And it's Lopez. Rafinha chips it through. And a chance! And it's there! And that gives them an overall lead.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game, everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Koke. Griezmann. Koke. Alvarez. And here's Alvarez. Out to the right. And across it. Shoots! Goal! They are firmly back in business. Perfect timing, perfect connection, and a perfect outcome.
Oh, look, there's always a bit more satisfaction in executing a first-time volley, and he'll be buzzing inside after that.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Bernal. Fermin spread out to the left. João Cancelo. Great defending, strong and determined. That's really well cleared. That has been cut short. Araujo forwards and with intent. Molina. And it's gone back to the keeper. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Lopez. Fermin knocks it out wide. There are a few waiting for it. He's got away. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And here's Yamal.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Moved on forwards. Lookman. Oh, super find. Now it's Griezmann. And they've got a throw. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Cleared away. And here's Koke. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Griezmann! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And it's Koke.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Bernal. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Lookman. And here's Alvarez. So not long left in this now. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless of course there is one last dramatic twist. Very nicely done. Physical challenge.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Araujo. Bernal. And here's Lewandowski.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Lookman. Plenty waiting in the middle. Aimed in towards the centre. That has been knocked clear. That is lovely. Looking for a decent ball in. And here's Koke. That's really well manoeuvred.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Clipped into space.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's played forward. Pedri. Araujo. Into the last 5 minutes. And back to the goalkeeper. Martin shifted upfield. Fermin. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Lookman. Now it's Griezmann. Koke. Aim forwards. Araujo gets across to intercept that. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Cuts out the pass. Molina. Llorente. Alex Molina. Oh, well measured. Real, he's had a shot! And that was very necessary.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Lookman! Oh, that's nice. Needs a quality cross. Chooses to go back. He can get that clear.
Look, their supporters must be going balmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
That has found him in acres of space. He's in space and looking for options. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Fermin. Rafinha looking to get on the end of this. Rafinha, and he's managed to get free.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Martin gets over and intercepts. Koke. And here's Griezmann. Llorente! And for a moment, time stood still. João Cancelo, who does have an assist to his name. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Calmly anticipates. Moved on forwards. And it's Lewandowski. Pedri. And here's Ferran Torres! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking for...
And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Four extra minutes added on. Casado. Koundé. Casado. Martin. Forwards and with intent. Llorente. Longley. Lookman. Longley. Tries a measured ball. And he's picked out the run. And nicely intercepted. Simeone. Pedri with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Okay. And it's Bina. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Koundé can get it clear. Pedri. Lewandowski. Ferran Torres, and he welcomes it in, and that has been clubbed away. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. 90 minutes gone and nothing between them still. Llorente. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Llorente, and it's Molina. Now it's Simeone. Tries to get it clear. Longley. Bina, Koke, Casado, Ferran Torres, climbs up big, and that would have won it.
Lewandowski really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Now it's Solot. Simeone. Probing pass. Pedri. Araujo. That's really well manoeuvred. Koke. Now, what about a counter-attack? He has found the way through. Cross from Rafinha. Cleared away. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Now, this is interesting. He has already had his name taken once.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
It's Pedri. That's a nicely weighted pass. Ferran Torres. And he's there to get it away. Referee's given a throw. Koundé. Solot. Longley. And it's played forward. Koke aim forwards. Ferran Torres. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Baina. And they can counter here. Longley. And here's Solot. Molina. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Baina. Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Ferran Torres can get it clear. That's good play. Koke. Ferran Torres does really well to win the ball there. Pedri played out to the left flank. He's found a way through. Played into the middle. That wasn't the greatest of balls. And that is out of play. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Koundé. Fermin played out towards the right wing. Now the delivery. Molina gets rid without sophistication. Oh, well measured. Now it's Solot. Oh, that's neat. Cross in, looks like a good one. That's too far for anyone. Martin. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Lopez. Lopez. Lewandowski. Over to the left. Lovely bit of skill. Pedri. Lewandowski. Can he finish? Oh, should have put that away. Oh, what a climb! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Koundé. Here's Solot. Can he spark a counter here? Ferran Torres forwards and with intent. Pedri. Pedri. Rafinha looking to run onto it. Now it's Rafinha. And here's Lope, and he'll shoot here! Lacking in accuracy.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Oh, red, nice interception. Martin. Pedri. Casado. Martin. Pedri. Casado. Araujo. Ferran Torres. Koundé. Araujo. Casado. And here's the chance to counter. Simeone, delicate ball, and it needs to be. And he's heaved it away. Martin. And it's Lopez. Pedri. And here's Lopez. Out to the left it goes. And that has been cleared. Hit into the middle, and he's there to clear it. Pedri with the short one. And here's Pedri. Pedri with the cross. Longley. Baina. Now it's Solot. Koke. Koke gently done. Now that's well seen too. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Araujo. João Cancelo. Fermin. Pedri. Ferran Torres. Casado. Ferran Torres. They've reached the midway point in extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
And we're off for the final time. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Koundé. Araujo. And it's Baina. Could move up a gear here. Ferran Torres. And here's Lewandowski. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
tries to get it clear. And it's going to be another corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Cancelo. Rafinha. Proves too strong. Griezmann. Moved on forwards. And here's Lopez. Griezmann does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Baina, over to the left. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Pedri. Martin. Pedri. Rafinha, now he's off and running. Llorente. Koke. That's really well manoeuvred. Solid goal! Rafinha. And he goes cross-field. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Time for a change in personnel.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Pedri. And here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Lewandowski clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Now it's Simeone. Rafinha. Araujo. Baina. Koke. Llorente played into space. Fermin. Fermin played through into space. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well read, and the danger is averted. Rafinha. Rafinha. Fermin. Well, they can break here. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Simeone. Simeone. And it's made its way to him. Solid! The home support won't enjoy that.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play. Martin. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game, and
little doubt, that is a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Lewandowski. De Jong. And here's Lewandowski. Okay, with a fine tackle. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Griezmann! Rafinha. Balde. Martin. Araujo. Aim forwards. Rafinha chasing after it. Araujo. Martin shifted upfield. Surlot.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Eric Garcia. Araujo. Koke. And it's Baina. Longley. Ambitious ball here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Out to the right. Lewandowski!
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Ferran Torres wins the duel this time.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Araujo. Martin. Casado. Martin. Casado. Araujo forwards and with intent. Baina.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Fermin played out to the left flank. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Out towards the flank. We played through for the wide man. Rafinha. De Jong. Barcelona don't have many options and time is running out. Griezmann gets it away. Still inseparable. We have penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
Now the time for brave hearts and strong minds. Boy, you can feel the tension. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he's found the net.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Lewandowski is looking to do his bit. Coolly done, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Baina is second man up. Big character, big moment, big save.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
The third man in the queue.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
Ferran Torres is the third man to step forward.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Griezmann is fourth up. And in with absolute accuracy.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Fermin comes up, their fourth taker. Keeper, no chance. Three each. And stepping up, the skipper. That's how it's done, he made the keeper commit.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Barcelona are looking to save match point. It's in, he's kept them in it.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Barcelona at the point of no return. Saved it! And that's won it! So another test passed, and the message could not be more clear. We are coming for the prize, and we're not going away.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the excitement of a penalty shootout, and they'll be absolutely delighted to have edged it their way.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que junto a los hombres de prensa en Estadio, ahí estarán los